Hi guys, today's video is going to be part 2 to the Decade Reads. This is the second shelf. I'm going to have to make this quick because I don't have a lot of storage on my phone. This is about two siblings whose parents get captured and they go on this entire adventure to try and find them. There's a fifth book that's supposed to be coming out. I haven't read it yet, but I love these. It took me a week and a half to finish all four. I love them. This took me about 2 days to finish. I loved it. It's about a 13-year-old who's part of a secret society to get rid of the sages that are on the earth, and his father's been missing for like a while. I don't know what these are. Ignore those. I have read some Hank the Cat Dog books. I love them a lot. He's a good writer. I've never read this book, the girl's book, How to Be the Best at Everything. It's a good book. This truly is a good book. I loved it. The girl's name is Truly. She's 6 foot. She tries to blend in. She can't. They move to New Hampshire, Pumpkin Falls, New Hampshire. She goes on a scavenger hunt with her new friends because she finds a mysterious letter and an old copy of Charlotte's Web. It's amazing. I highly recommend this one. I highly recommend this one because it has illusions, magic, humor, and I truly loved it. Got it from Owl Crate. You should sign up for that. But you have seen these two on my channel. These are the most recent books I have read, but I've been reading this series for about, 6 years. It's about this kid, Ben Ripley, who goes to this spy sites to play the games that they have, and then he gets approached by 2 CIA agents who ask him to join the kids program for the CIA, and he accepts. His parents think he's going to a fancy science academy when he's really not. He's part of the CIA. They battle many evil people, and it's amazing. I highly recommend this. This is about a koala that goes missing, and the main character is the main suspect, and then he helps all the people who are trying to find the koala. He investigates and helps them find it. This is about those two girls that I told you. You've seen this on the channel. This is about that princess that comes to the school, and she's undercover because she doesn't want anybody to know she's a princess, but she ends up being friends with the common girl, and there's an evil plot against the princess, and they end up discovering who it is and taking him down. It's amazing. I forgot what this is about, but I truly love these books. This is about Mr. Lemoncella's Library Olympics, and it's about all these kids that go to his library, and it's on an Olympic race to get out. It's like the Olympics. Like, they're all trying to win the same thing, like, whatever. If they win, they find a way out of the library, they get something in return, and it's amazing. I didn't like this book. I just don't know why, but I didn't like it, and I'm hoping I just have to find somebody else to read it to see if I'm crazy, if I'm not the only one that didn't like it, or if I'm just crazy. A Wind in the Willows, or The Wind in the Willows is a classic. It's about a mole, rat, toad, and that's it. Mole, rat, toad, and something else, but I am too lazy to... Yeah. Mole, rat, toad. It's amazing. Badger. It's about a badger, too. And it's truly a good book. It's a classic. There's a bigger version of it. My grandpa has said he's been wanting to get it for me. He hasn't gotten it for me yet. No offense, Grandpa. I love you. But I'm hoping to get the big version someday. This is an entire series altogether. I have 2 copies of these. It's Ever After High. It's not like Monster High. I don't think I said that in my first video. But Monster High is about monsters, and this is about the king's, like, the fairy tale story, or the fairy tale characters' daughters and sons. Like, Little Red Riding Hood and the wolf end up getting together, and they have Cerise Hood. They have the Mad Hatter has a daughter named Madeline Hatter. The Snow White has a daughter named Applewhite, but she's blonde-haired and not black-haired, but she's beautiful, but she gets ridiculed for her hair all the time. There's Blondie-Locks, daughter of Goldilocks. It's crazy, but it's amazing. This is a mashup of Ever After High and Monster High. The evil queen gets loose, and she's ravaging wherever they live, or ever after, and they have to stop her. It's amazing. I love the characters. They're good. This is about princesses. I'm not sure. They're like all competing to be these princesses or something like that. I don't even know. This is about a girl and her handmaiden who get trapped in a tower because the girl won't marry the prince. It's either the prince or the king, and she falls in love with somebody else, but she can't, and I don't remember exactly who she falls in love with, but it's a pretty good series. It's not a series, it's a pretty good book. Book of 1,000 Days, I loved it. One for the Murphys is a truly amazing book. It made me cry the second time I read it because it's about a foster girl who goes to this foster family because her mother's on drugs and in the hospital and stuff, and she is trying to get back to the mother because the mother is trying to start a new life or whatever, and she falls in love with the family, but she ends up going with her mother, and I truly wanted a series because I just think that they should follow up on the mother and the daughter. Like, they should follow up. But it was truly amazing, and I think any foster kid should read it. To All the Boys I Loved Before is about a girl, Laura Jean, who writes 5 love letters to all the guys she's ever had a crush on, and she's never published. She's never sent them out. They're only for her eyes. But one day they get sent out, so she gets confronted by all the guys she likes or she liked. And she ends up pretending to date Peter Kavinsky to get back at his ex-girlfriend, but they end up falling in love, and it's a series, and I've read all 3 books, and it's amazing. Fish in a Tree is about a dyslexic girl. I think she's dyslexic. Girl who never does her assignments. She tries to pretend to be dumb so she doesn't have to do them, but because she's very artistic and all she wants to do is draw. Well, then this new teacher comes and figures out what she's trying to do, so he pushes her to do all the exercise or assignments, and she falls in love with his. She doesn't fall in love with him, but she falls in love with professionally. Like, she falls in love with how he teaches her, how he is willing to help her, and it's amazing. I did not like this book, but I just don't know why I didn't like it, because it truly has a good plot. I just need to read it again to see why I didn't like it, because I almost got the series, but I didn't. Ghost Girl is about a girl who has never been noticed in her life. She dies by choking on a gummy bear when she's trying to get out of class, and all her classmates have left, so they don't even know she's dead. Then there's a school for the dead. Like, when she gets dead, or when she's died, there's a school for the dead, and she finds all these weird characters and stuff. And but then she meets this girl, Scarlet. Scarlet is the only one that can see her. You know, Scarlet is like your typical punk rock girl. She's into the whole gory stuff. I don't know what she's into. I forgot. But you know, they end up meeting, and she possesses through Scarlet's consent, the girl possesses Scarlet to become close to the guy that she loves, and she ends up getting noticed by everybody, but in a good way, and it's amazing. I never read this book, but my friend loved it. You know who you are, who loved it. My mom got it for me. I truly do wish I could get into it, and it's not that I haven't. I don't know. I cannot find myself reading it. This is about Oliver and June, 2 seniors, who, they're not really good friends, but then they fall in love with each other because their moms have arranged for Oliver to drive June to school every day, and it's pretty good. This is about a girl who has, Rain Shadow Road is about a girl who, she has magical powers that involve glass. Like, she can form glass, she can manipulate glass, and it's truly amazing. She falls in love with this guy, Sam, but he has commitment issues until he meets Lucy. I think that's her name, Lucy. He meets Lucy, and they fall in love, and they get married. But it takes a while because he has commitment issues, like I said. A Wrinkle in Time is a true classic. I honestly don't know how to describe it, but it's about Meg Murray, Charles Wallace, and their friend Calvin O'Keefe, who go on crazy adventures together, and it's truly a classic. I loved it. I read the entire series. There's 5 books. This is about a guy who parties too much, and he's supposed to take over his father's estate, and his father gives him a year his father gives him a year to go around the world, party, get drunk, do whatever to before he has to take over his estate, and he goes with his best friend and his sister, and they all end up finding out that his best friend has epilepsy, so they go on a race, or it's a hunt to find this device that can cure him, that's supposed to cure him, and it's amazing. I think it was a good book. I do not recommend it for all ages, but 14 and up would be good. Ronan Boyle and the Bridge of Riddles is about a boy who is a part of the, like, Irish, police, I guess. His parents are kidnapped, or not kidnapped, they're arrested for doing something that they actually didn't do, and then he has to go on this adventure to find out what's going on, who's behind it, and there's leprechauns, magic, and humor is hilarious. Dr. Doodle is amazing. It is a classic, and if you have not read it, you are uncool in my book because it is a true classic. They're making a movie about it, so if you have not read it, I am here, and you should come get it to read for yourself because it is amazing. It's about this guy who can talk to animals, or who understands animals, and he knows how to cure them. He has them as pets, and he goes to this island to figure out why all the monkeys are dying. I think it's why all the monkeys are dying. I could be wrong. Comment if I'm wrong, because I don't remember exactly. But I truly loved it, and I just think anybody needs to read it. So yeah, this is the second shelf to my Decade Reads. I hope you guys are inspired to read by all of these books. I'm sorry if I talk too fast. I hope you guys caught all of the descriptions, and yeah, have a good day. Bye.